I'm happy to welcome back to the show April Enos. Welcome, April.
Thank you. We're always happy when you all come and visit.
Thank you. And I'm always excited to see what you have for us. Now, you're in charge of the annuals here at TLC, and you always have something great. Why don't we take a look at what you have?
We always try to do something new. One of the things that we've done this year is these are what we call gardens with a song, because each plant selection is named after a different song. This one right here is called Bohemian Rhapsody, and it's set up for morning sun, afternoon shade. A lot of people, it's really easy to pick out what we call your thriller, your main center point of your pot. But it's not always the easiest thing to try to figure out what you're going to put with it to fill in the space and spill out of the side. So with these, like Bohemian Rhapsody, morning sun, afternoon shade, that will work. You just plant this one pot and it fits in with everything else. And then this one right here, this one's called Dream On, and it's for full sun, and you can just plant it and then have it fill in with other stuff also.
So here you have all the plants with the same requirements to accompany your thriller. Let's look at some of the thrillers you have.
Yeah, things like the Laurentia, or this is a new salvia. This is Windy's Wish. Look at the vibrant color on that plant.
Color. Absolutely, and I love the foliage on the Laurentia.
Yeah, it's very spiky, gives you a lot of texture, and texture is important also. And then this is not really new. This is Amaranth Splendens, but it really deserves to be seen because a lot of people don't realize. I mean, it's an alternative to Suncoleus. I love Suncoleus. I'm a total freak about Suncoleus. But sometimes it's nice to have something a little different. Look, this looks almost like a pinwheel. And the more sun it gets, the brighter the colors.
The pattern is just fabulous,
isn't it? Now this is Cislano. It is a Salvia leucanthemum, or Mexican bush sage. But this is a dwarf. It's not as rangy. It doesn't get as large, but it still has that same beautiful velvety texture on the flowers and the foliage, and that wonderful fresh scent.
Absolutely,
that
and
you
the
get
nice
with this plant.
Color as well.
And
that's
it's
beautiful.
Truly, it's a perennial here. Yeah, it's not,
kind of
last
on the
winter
margin.
it would have had issues, but in general it comes back.
Yeah,
it's nice to have.
Here we have some of those
spillers
for the pots.
And Calibrachoa is by far not new. But last year we had a problem. One of our, the variety of Calibrachoa that we used, all the yellows had a virus and they couldn't ship them.
Oh.
So I had to get replacements, and I had tried some of the Mini Famous. These are all Mini Famous, and Mini Famous with this one, I-Generation. I got some Mini Famous yellows in to replace some yellows and oranges. And oh my gosh, this performed so much better. I switched to orange.
So we're looking at a different line.
Yeah, this is all Mini Famous. This one is called Vampire. And this is Apricot Eye. And this is Pink with Eye. And look at that, how vibrant the difference in the shades are on these.
Real nice
They're
contrast.
they have awesome color, and they're very full and thick, and they stay full and thick.
They don't get that dye out in the center.
No, I loved it. I love these plants. And then down here we have some other things that I guess you could consider them fillers, and there are a couple of spillers. Grewallia is not new, but this variety, Endless Illumination, is one of the newer ones put out with Proven Winners. And look at that color.
Yes.
And Grewallia, it likes some shade here, and it just, but that vibrancy in the shade is just wonderful. And I'm going to reach over and be real awkward and bring this over because I wanted to show you this. The Grewallia with this right next to it would be wonderful. And this is a Sorry, it was not coming up. This is perennial plumbago, but this one's called My Love. It still has the beautiful blue flower that would match the Grewallia, but look at that yellow.
Yeah, that's a great
Would that not be
combination.
wonderful down there? Yes.
I just adore this little plant, and that's
this one
new
I have
to
to pick because I'm still trying to get how to pronounce the name. It's a Hemizygia, and it's called Candy Kisses, and this is new. Now this plant is supposed to get about 14 to 18 inches tall, bushy with the little spikes, and 18 inches is at the spikes, so the bush isn't quite that big. But this lovely variegated foliage. It's new. Haven't even really tested it, so
I'll get to try it out along with you.
And I would love feedback on how it does.
I saw this with the nice Color combination,
yes.
real similar. And this is a beautiful Lysianthus.
Yes, and you know, Lysianthus, it comes in pink and blue and white. But they started getting the ones with the bicolor petals. I mean, these look almost airbrushed. They're so beautiful. And it's such a delicate looking flower, and it likes hot sun, drought.
It's real tolerant. It doesn't look like it'd be as tolerant as it is.
When I remember a customer bringing me in a picture of Lysianthus growing out. He had this bed cut out with a circle drive, and then the street was an asphalt street that was bordering one side of the bed. The bed's mulch was lava rocks, and the picture had Lysianthus just blooming all in that, and I'm like,
in the heat of the lava rock.
One tough plant. Lava rock surrounded by concrete and asphalt. That is one tough plant. Now these, Tyrinia is nothing new, and neither is the summer wave, but this is the bouquet variety. Again, it's something that doesn't get as leggy, a little bit more stand up, but look at these colors. You know, and especially all the yellow. In shade, it's hard to get yellows. And these are excellent for shade, and they love heat, and they're a good alternative to your standard begonia or impatient. I mean, I've had a house with a lot of shade, and I don't know, begonias and impatiens, I love them, they perform, I use them, but I liked having something besides that. Now these are two new, and know the luck, it wouldn't be blooming. But this is called a Patio variety, and this is Estrella Voodoo Star Verbena, and it's another Patio variety. That means it's a little bit more upright. It's still going to trail, but they seem to perform better, and they don't get that spidering in the middle, which is a problem with a lot of the different plants. So I've been trying to find as much as I can with as little spidering as possible. And look at the flowers on this Voodoo Star.
I like that.
Is that not just, isn't that beautiful?
And here you have another familiar plant.
This is Pinta, and this is called Stars and Stripes. It has gorgeous variegated foliage and the known Pinta flower. But I mean, that variegated foliage, I mean, it is just gorgeous.
We've had those in the studio, and they've done very well in some of our toughest sites.
Yep. Now up here, we've got a lot of petunias going on.
Absolutely.
But this is a new petunia series that is out. I mean, look at the vibrance and the velvety texture of this black petunia.
I've seen a lot of the blacks this year, and they're really...
Yeah, this one, and its name is Black Velvet. You can just see Elvis painted in the middle of it.
And then we have some of the bicolors to complement those.
This is Pinstripe. It has the smaller yellow stripes, and then the wide yellow with the smaller black stripes. This is called Phantom.
Okay.
And can you imagine in a dark, for a night garden, and you see, you're going to see the yellow
stand out against that black. Well, you have some really wonderful selections here for us, April. Thank you so much for sharing.